A prominent film mogul in Hong Kong will now be able to sue Google for defamation. That's according to a judge that made a ruling on the case. Now, the mogul wants to sue Google because of something known as autocomplete, which we've all experienced. Once you start typing something into the search bar, it will give you certain suggestions based on an algorithm and based on how many people have searched for the exact same thing. Now, why is he upset and why does he want to sue for defamation? Well, it turns out that he is concerned about one of the results showing that he is connected to the Triad, which is a mafia in Hong Kong. Now, the person in question here is Albert Yeung, and he's the chairman of the Emperor Motion Pictures company in Hong Kong, and he just doesn't like it. He says it's defamation, I don't want to be tied to a mafia, and I should be able to sue them. Google has fought back saying, look, Hong Kong does not have jurisdiction over us, we're not based in Hong Kong, and they're also saying this is not based on what we're doing, it's based on what other people are searching, and we can't go around policing the internet.
So it's actually a little bit of a tough question, because on the one hand, I see his point because I immediately thought, oh, is he part of the Triad? And you make that assumption based on everybody Googling that. But he might not be. And if he was, he probably wouldn't make it so public and go and sue Google over not being in the Triad if he's in the Triad. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't know. It's just impossible to know. But now we're asking that question. Maybe that's entirely unfair. Why are we asking the question about this guy? Because it showed up in his autocomplete. Now, on the other hand, what the hell is Google supposed to do about it? It's not like Mr. Google made the decision to put Triad in there. Right. There is no Mr. Google. That's what people Googled. That's what they searched. What's Google supposed to do?
Now, the judge in this case says that he can go ahead with the lawsuit because of the fact that Google, even if they're not the ones that are searching for, that combination, they're the ones who publish it. So they do have control over it. They could get rid of that. But then you're really opening up a can of worms, right? You're going to have a number of different lawsuits where people are saying this is defamation. You have to prove it's defamation. Only the wealthiest people that can hire a lawyer are going to be able to do this, right? So this is really a rich person's problem. If you're dealing with defamation online and you don't have the money for a lawyer, well, people are going to think certain things about you based on what they find on the internet. It is what it is.
Well, the most famous case of this, of course, is happened to poor Rick Santorum.
Yes.
So Dan Savage decided that he was going to Google bomb him, and that if you search for the word Santorum, that it would come up with a different definition. Anna, yes. Do you have that definition?
I do have that definition. It's a frothy mix of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex.
Now, that's a little worse than being associated with a Triad. Anytime you type in Santorum, for a long time, that would come up. That's who Santorum is. So
I know, but look, that's not as bad because people don't, people know that Rick Santorum is not the frothy mix of fecal matter and lube. Oh. Right? Like they know he's a person.
Agree to disagree.
Right? This is more to make fun of him, and it's not. I don't consider this defamation, the Rick Santorum situation. But if someone,
it's parody. It's parody. No, I understand that. Whereas they might actually think that this guy's part of the Triad. But what can people Google do? So they got to go person by person and make sure that they scrub anything that offends any of the people based on who other people searched for. No, let them go. Let them go. This is one of those things that you chalk up to sad day for you. This is life in the new internet age. It is what it is. I mean, when you search for my name, it says Albert Yeung, king of the internet. What can I do? What can I do?
Please.